5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
It says no homers.
Sorry, no homers. Welcome to Sacrilicious with Robin and Snerts, a Simpsons review podcast. I'm your lovable nerd Snerts, aka Joshua Stearns, and joining me is the equally delightful Robin. Don't have a cow, coward.
Hey-o, Josh. Happy New Year, my friend.
Happy New Year. The break is over. We've crawled out of our respective holes and saw that winter was still happening, and then crawled back into our holes to record a podcast.
Josh, all this talk of holes.
And that's enough of that. How was your break? Did you enjoy
Holidays
the time
were great.
off?
Holidays were really wonderful. Lots of family. Yeah, really, really lovely time. Family and friends. January's a bit rough, and we're only in the 11th.
Yeah.
We bombed Venezuela.
Well, we had to cancel our live show from Venezuela. I mean, Caracas would have been beautiful this time of year, but unfortunately,
we're gonna have a special guest in Maduro.
Oh yeah, well, his people said it was Maduro, but I think it was the puppet version of him. He had that Jim Henson's puppet of Maduro.
Right.
Yeah, it's like when you expect Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, but then you get like the poodle instead. It's just not like the same.
For me to poop on.
Exactly. My break was okay. I was sick for most of it, so that kind of sucked. But I got to see my mom for a couple weeks, and that's good.
Sisters?
Didn't see my sisters. Nope, they stayed in their respective San Diego and Portland. I do have to get down to San Diego though, because Tessa will be turning 40 this month, and then my sister Sam is turning 35, and that made Mom and I feel really old.
Amen. It's fine. We'll die.
I used to be the only sibling in the 40s, and now the little one is. It's like, oh man. But you know how they do those raps, the Spotify rap, YouTube rap, PlayStation rap. Are you familiar with this thing that happens at the end of the world?
You know how they do those raps? I was like, oh no,
with chicken.
Josh, you're not gonna rap right now.
Oh, right? I thought you meant like a sandwich with like chicken and like bacon and lettuce and tomato.
Yes. I it's so funny because they're so much more elaborate now. Like they just make you a freaking playlist. Right. And now you've got like different things you could do with it. I'm like, just give me a playlist. Spotify.
I didn't like the PlayStation one because they played 950 something hours of games last year, and people were like, "Holy shit, dude! Get a girlfriend!
Yeah.
Come on, man!
Yeah,
do more podcasts. Stop playing so many damn games." But we did one for Sacrilicious as well as a creator account, and we're international, baby. Did you know this? That we have international listeners potentially for Sacrilicious with Robin and Snerts?
No shit. All right.
We have, besides the glorious United States, 3 other countries that popped up from our top country.
Disclaimer about how glorious we both feel about the United States.
Never in doubt, never wrong. The United States was one, and then there was 3 other countries. So I want you to guess what those other countries are.
I'm gonna start with. Can I say the UK?
That's correct. Ding ding ding.
Right.
We have a wiener.
All right. I'm gonna go with New Zealand.
Nope.
Is there one in the same hemisphere?
The southern hemisphere, yes. Think about
Mexico.
where. Warmer, further south.
Chile.
No.
Colombia.
Okay. All right. One more guess.
Brazil.
That's it. Ding ding ding.
Yeah.
That's the other one, and the final one is Peru.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So
okay.
I thought that was great. And I was thinking of like, I should find a way to like learn Portuguese and say hello and thank you. And then that thought just went and gone. And now it's over there in the trash pile.
I have an acquaintance who is Brazilian, and I've been meaning to do that as well, just to start to dabble. I hear it's a very challenging language.
Portuguese?
Portuguese, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say thanks to all our listeners, even the international ones. And I don't know, we're just a small time operation here. If anybody's listening on the regular, and if it's international as well, that made
fantastic.
What did they say? That warmed the cockles of my heart.
Absolutely,
sure did. Yep. All right. Well, if this is your first episode of Sacrilicious with Robin and Snerts, here's how it works. One of us will pick an episode of The Simpsons to discuss. We go through the plot, provide questionable impressions, and point out our favorite bits. This time I picked from season 6, episode 12, one of the best episodes ever. Homer the Great, directed by Jim Reardon, written by our boy, John Swartzwelder.
Yeah.
With the first air date of January 8th, 1995, which means we just missed, what is that, the 31st anniversary of this episode.
Oh, there you go. I was a senior in high school in the last semester. This was a really fun year for me.
Yeah, I think I would have been in junior high still for that one. But yeah, this season 6. Season 6, man, it's fantastic. This is one of the greatest. I started coming back to this. I told you I wanted to do some bangers for the next few episodes here, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do it before we're done with this endeavor. Let's just get in there and talk about this amazing episode. We were talking beforehand, and both of us were like, "This is just such a rich mind to feel for the, you know what I mean? Like the veins go deep and are rich."
It is one of those that was so much fun to watch in anticipation of this and try to go through and try to figure out what to highlight. It was very, very difficult because this is an extraordinarily amazing episode.
And even when I saw it probably 13, 14 years old or whatever, I don't know if I saw it on the actual first release date or not, to be honest. But even as a preteen, this was a hilarious episode. There's something for everybody. This is one of those ones where it's great. All age groups, all people, different backgrounds are going to be laughing at different things. And then there's a few things I think they're all going to be laughing at. So. Right on. Well, why don't we get into our segments here? Let's start with the one that's everybody's favorite copy paste segment, Behind the Wiki. Yeah. So there's a lot here. It's not super interesting, but it's informative.
Well, that's good.
Although Homer the Great was written...
your butts, everybody.
Yeah. So this is from Wikipedia Prime, as I like to call it. Although Homer the Great was written by John Swartzwelder, the story was suggested by executive producer David Merkin. He was coming home from an early rewrite session in the morning and was listening to a religious radio station, and they were talking about the Freemasons. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, let's make Homer a Mason." Or let's make him try to be in a club that he can't be in. And thus the idea was born.
Thusly.
The song We Do was not included in the original script, but was suggested by Matt Groening. It was written by the writer's room, who threw in as many things that annoyed them as possible. Like I said. Interesting, sort of. Informative, definitely.
Well, it's always interesting to think that part which we love so much, obviously, wasn't even in the first.
Yeah, I mean, they loved it so much that they performed it at that Hollywood Bowl takeover as well. It's like a lot. When I was telling people what episode we were doing today, the first thing they're saying, "Oh, we do." Yeah. So the episode guest stars Patrick Stewart as number 1. He later said, "I think my appearance in The Simpsons and an appearance that I did on Sesame Street in praise of the letter B were perhaps 2 of the most distinguished bits of work that I've done in the U.S." Fantastic.
Of course, him being the great Captain Picard of the USS Enterprise in Star Trek: The Next Generation. Patrick Stewart.
Yep. Also was Xavier, and we're going to see him die once again in this new Doomsday movie. I think that's the 4th or 5th time we've seen that guy die.
Huzzah!
Merkin stated that Stewart's appearance is one of the best guest performances because he was so committed to the character. And you can tell, he took it seriously. This stuff is real, Robin.
He didn't mess. He's a royally trained dramatic actor from the UK. Man, you don't mess around with these motherfuckers. Shit.
Absolutely. So the term Stonecutters, like we said before, is an organization. Basically, is like the Freemasons.
So the Masons, definitely.
Yep. And the Stonecutters are in possession of the Ark of the Covenant when they burn Homer's underwear, and that's a nod to Raiders of the Lost Ark from 1981. And then there's a crowned scene with the Chosen One when Homer becomes basically like the last little emperor, or the last emperor, I'm sorry, from 1987. It's a direct reference to that. So did you find that like crazy Wikipedia page that said stuff like Bart no longer exists because he didn't join the Stonecutters or some other randomness?
It really had exactly what I went there. I went there for Homer's revenge list, which has its
Oh,
own Wikipedia
fantastic.
page on the
Yeah.
Simpsons wiki, by the way, because it comes back in another episode or two. And other than that, there wasn't a lot. There was one good little line in there, and I actually went and signed in to try and figure out how I can edit, because the last of the citations is the title tells us about Homer being good.
Perfect. Thank you.
And somebody got access and it's just messing with this at this point. And I think that we should give them credit, and we should name them the unnamed editor and say they're back again. Gave us some good ones on this episode.
Thank you, Internet. All right. Well, we get both a chalkboard and a couch gag for this. The chalkboard says, adding just kidding doesn't make it okay to insult the principal.
See, I really like that one because it's something I think that every kid actually has to go through.
Sure.
Is they start learning that, they can say just kidding. And then they try to do that.
Right. But by the time you're like 10, you should probably, that ship has sailed. Yeah.
Just kidding.
And then the couch gag was the house is turned into an MC Escher painting.
See, what I wanted to look up and I did not. Is that the first time we get the MC Escher?
No, this is one that they use multiple times.
Okay.
So for this era, they would. I'm sure it does the same now if they even have a couch gag, but they would repeat the same ones over and over again. They would use it 3 or 4 times at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so the episode opens with a sight gag, Stern Lecture Plumbing. I told you not to flush that. Fans of Sacrilicious will know that was actually our very first ad for our very first episode, back when we were nuts and doing 2 Simpsons episodes per episode of the podcast. That's right. Nutty. And I just really always loved this because my last name's Stern, and Stearns. And Stern Lecture Plumbing, I told you not to flush that, is just a great line. And it turns out this plumber is not really...
I want to go back real quick.
Sure.
I went back and look, we did The Dad Who Knew Too Little and Raging Abe Simpson and His Grumbling Grandson in The Curse of the Flying Hellfish. And I wonder if there was the plumber was in one of those too. So now I'm going to have to go back and look and see if it was a reference.
I think not.
Yeah.
And I think I just like this ad, and it's like or fake company in Springfield so much that I was like, oh, it'd be easy to write an ad, Stern Lecture Plumbing.
Have you seen this episode before?
Yes, many times. This is probably one of the most watched episodes.
It's the best. Without ado.
Yeah. So the Simpsons basement is flooded, and it turns out that the plumber, he's not as much Stern, it's just like a useful or useless asshole. Because he's sitting there, he's like, I probably won't be able to get the parts I need for 2-3 weeks, and that's if I order them today, which I won't. And he's like smoking a pipe.
I like how when he says, and that's if I order them today, he just looks him dead in the eye, and I won't.
Yeah, and
daring you to say something.
He's just kind of over it, and his pager beeps and it says low battery, but he's like, an emergency.
Gotta go. And then I love how Homer's like, what should we do until you get back? And he's like, I don't know, put a pan down there. And
Homer immediately has a pan.
And it sinks, and he goes, oh, it didn't work. Quintessential Homer there.
So things are going much better for Homer in traffic as he's trying to get to work. And he's like, let me check the traffic report. And then we cut to Ernie Pie. This is Ernie Pie. We got a little accident that's backing traffic up as far as this reporter can see. Pan out. What happened?
They've crashed the helicopter right in front, causing the traffic jam. So he's reporting from the crashed helicopter cockpit. It's great, Ernie Pie. Some great.
And
Ernie
that's
Pie
our first helicopter accident of 2 in this episode.
Oh, that's right.
All right, so we get the sight gags continuing, and this, I love this. This is one of those things that really can mess with people's mind because they do not understand the rubber band reality of The Simpsons. Like, if it's funny, they're gonna do it. So Homer pulls into the work parking lot. It's massive. It's like a sports stadium size parking lot. And he drives and drives and drives, and there's a chain link fence, and then it turns to the other side of the chain link fence, and it's the backyard of the Simpsons house.
So he's literally parking in his backyard.
Like, if he had wire cutters, he could literally just cut the wires of the back link fence and not have to drive to work at all.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Like, ask them to put in a gate with a lock on it. You know what I mean?
And of course, Bart is sitting there. He's like, "Hey, Dad."
And then I love Homer. He's just like, it's such a he knows it's ridiculous. He knows it's funny, but it's very much he waves his hand and he just keeps going. But it turns out, his pals Lenny and Carl have much better parking spots. And this starts a recurring bit with Homer asking a question, Lenny saying it's a secret, and then Carl saying, "Shut up." He does this with the parking spots right here, the office chairs later, and an activity later. Does any of these stand out to you?
It's really just the back and forth where Lenny is trying to be, sneaky. He's like, "It's a secret," and Carl's like, "You can't tell people that we have a secret." And it's it's just brilliant. I mean, it is recurring, and it's fantastic. And Carl being fed up with it is just my favorite.
And then Homer, they go inside and they go their separate ways. And Homer sits on who is the Econo Save budget stool, and it immediately falls apart. Yeah. And he goes like, "All right, Econo stool, you just made the list."
Yes, Homer's list. And we've heard him say it before. And you know what? We have the list. Why don't you go through the list? Because I have a question.
Bill of Rights, Grandpa, fat-free lard, gravity, Emmys, Darwin, H2O, Billy Crystal, God, Solo Flex, The Boy, Stern Lecture Plumbing.
Do you know what the Solo Flex was?
Is that like some kind of exercise machine?
Yeah,
it's something like that,
where you use retention, of it. Yeah. But so are these all from episodes where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put it on the list," but he doesn't actually have the list until now. I don't see it.
Well, I don't know what he has against Darwin. H2O was the water ride that he got stuck in because he was fat.
Right, exactly.
I don't know if he ever met Billy Crystal or has something against him.
I know. I was thinking like, all right, Emmys, you're on the list.
The Bill of Rights seems just random. Like, that sounds like a Conan O'Brien type of joke. He's like, let's put in something historical.
Fat-free lard.
Fat-free lard makes sense. Yeah, The Boy.
God.
Yeah. All right. Well, back at the house, Homer is telling the family about Lenny and Carl's strange behavior, and he wants to follow them tonight to see what's going on. Anything you want to throw in there before we get to the stalking joke?
No. It's just, he's like, they won't tell me where to go. It's like a conspiracy. And Bart goes, "A conspiracy? Yeah, you think they were involved in the Kennedy assassination?" He goes, "Well, I do now."
And Marge basically is telling Homer to chill out a bit here. "Oh, Homer, don't start stalking people again. It's so illegal. You stalked Charles Corlett because he thought he dug up your garden. Well, something dug it up, or something did. I don't want you stalking anyone." And then this is the line that everybody loves. "Oh, okay. Have it your way, Marge. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going outside to stalk Lenny and Carl."
Lenny and
Carl.
It's one of my favorite Homer jokes. This is an episode that we get so many of some of these great jokes of Homer's, and they're just they're just recurring, and it's fantastic. And it is Charles Kuralt.
Oh, Kuralt. Yeah, my bad.
Charles Currit. No, you said Charles Curlet.
I worked on that toilet for 3 years. Homer puts a punctured can of yellow paint on the car for Lenny and Carl. And there's a deleted scene where this actually leads to a multi-car pileup behind Homer because they're
driving through Springfield.
Right, they make a new median line basically. But they find out that they're members of the Stonecutters, and we love this because Homer just kind of tries to follow them in.
Yeah, so Lenny and Carl walk up to this very grand. You know what it reminds me of is the observation thing.
Griffith Observatory?
Yeah, Griffith Observatory is it reminds me of.
Yeah. It has a big dome.
Gothic architecture, just like flames on the sides. And they walk in, and there's this giant built bouncer kind of a guy in the robes.
And Homer's like,
he's like whistling and trying to play it cool, and the guy just steps in front of me, he just casually just turns, still whistling, and it's strutting a little bit,
That's pretty good. And then he goes to the roof.
Homer in this one.
He goes to the roof and he looks through the spyglass and he's giggling to himself too. He's like, I can see everything, and they're none the wiser.
Glass dome over,
and there's a very obvious shadow. It must be a full moon
exactly.
Because it's a big shadow of Homer.
Big shadow of him on the floor, spread eagle all over this, and then of course we get a crack,
and he falls to the ground, and we see the various Stonecutters in a very menacing. Cameras tilted upward, the shadowing and everything changes to he must pay the ultimate price.
It's Moe, and Skinner and Dr. Hibbert, and they're like, intruder, he will pay. Of course,
and then they basically just throw him out. Get out of here!
That's the ultimate price. Hey, look, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Exactly. So Homer confronts Lenny and Carl the next day at work. I saw some weird stuff in that place last night. Weird, strange, sick, twisted, eerie, godless, evil stuff, and I want in.
Carl goes, we don't know what you're talking about, Homer. And
you can't join the Stonecutters because it's too exclusive.
Carl's like, oh, well, that was a real nice secret organization we had once. And he's like directing at Lenny. It's great.
Yeah, it's also funny because we find out that Lenny has a higher number than Carl, but apparently he doesn't care if other people come in because he's number 12.
Right.
All right, so it turns out to be a member of the Stonecutters. You either have to save the life of a member or be the son of a member. And then this is where we get this weird bit with the egg sandwich.
Homer, as soon as he says or save the life, Homer smacks the sandwich out of Lenny's hand. He's like, I saved your life. That egg sandwich could have killed you by cholesterol. And Lenny's like, oh my. But you had the line written down.
Forget it, Homer. Why, it's been established eggs contain cholesterol. It hasn't been proven that they raise the level of serum cholesterol in the human bloodstream.
And then Homer goes, those egg council creeps got to you too.
Oh no, you got it all wrong, Homer. It's not like that. And then he kind of waves his hand off screen, and you see a man in an egg costume peek out a door, and he has a very big zipper on the back of the egg costume, which I find hilarious.
Egg costume,
and then his feet squeak, 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 squeak as he runs away.
Homer shakes his fist. He's like, "You better run, egg." It's so random in this, but it is this.
Well, and then there's a callback to
there's
also a callback to the egg as well, which makes this even funnier the second time you watch it because the egg's coming back for the Stonecutter song. Gather round, nitwits! There's exciting news from the egg console! We gotta get the word out! Eggs are back, baby! I want this to be big, like Gabby Hayes big! Let's hear those pitches, people!
Let's make a special holiday just for eggs!
It's called Easter Numbskull next!
And an expensive ad campaign with hot celebrities.
Can't do expensive and it's too hot out there.
D-list celebrities, a game show host.
I'm still in that field with my Griffin, I tell you.
All right, we're gonna pay college students to wear egg costumes and go give lectures at local businesses. And that way we can make them wear the squeaky shoes.
That's so brilliant! I just have one question. Why do we have them squeak?
Because then we can get rid of all those squeakers from that dog toy venture that went tits up.
Brilliant! Excellent work, Phil! You all should learn something from him! God. Fucking puns. Jesus Christ.
Fucking
asshole. Anyway, so they're in bed. Marge and Homer are in bed. And he's lamenting about how no one wants to let him join the club. And I love this line that he says. It says club for jerks. So if you could play that for us.
Why don't people like me, Marge?
Everyone likes you. You're a wonderful person.
Why don't those stupid idiots let me in their crappy club for jerks?
I'm sure it's nothing personal, Homer.
I just love that. Why don't those stupid idiots let me in their crappy club for jerks?
It's exactly what Homer does. He's like, oh, you won't let me in? Then it's stupid.
Yeah. I also love how we have a flashback, and apparently this has been happening to Homer for most of his life. So let's go ahead and get the youth of Homer.
So sad.
Hey, Billy! Hey, Joey! Come on in! There's plenty of room! Sorry, not you, Homer.
Why not? But you let in Homer Glumplet.
It says no Homers. We're allowed to have one.
Boo, Boom! He got lawyered.
Homers.
That is such a great thing. And then the Homer, was it Homer Guile or Gunpile or whatever the fuck his name is?
Glumpet. But
Glumpet.
so I looked it up on the wiki, has like the characters that are in there.
Sure.
And that's just redheaded kid. Like
yeah, even though he's named.
But he's such a specific character in this episode too.
I also think he came back like in a more recent season for like a throwaway gag.
Like I've seen him multiple times. Yeah. I have to keep an eye on that. But my favorite part is that after this, Marge goes, "Oh, Homer, kids could be so cruel." And Bart's walking by and he goes, "We can? Thanks, Mom." And he immediately runs off to Lisa's room and like punches her. And he's like,
cut it out, Bart.
I love
it's so funny. That is a very funny
if
moment.
Milhouse was jumping off a bridge, you'd go do that too. Milhouse is on a bridge.
At the dinner table, Homer is still whining. He's pretty obvious. He has no idea what the club is, though, and there's kind of a back and forth with Lisa. Does any of that stand out for you?
He's like, "I'd give anything to be in." He's like, "What do they?" Lisa's like, "What do they do?" And he's like, "What don't they do? So many things. They never stop. Oh, the things they do. My stars." She's like, "You don't know what they do you?" And he's
I'm a stonecutter.
Homer's like, "Not as such, no.
I'm a member." So Grandpa, during that whole exchange with Lisa and Homer, is just basically saying he's a Stonecutter member. And this makes Bart kind of like chime in. "Remember those self-hypnosis classes we took to help us ignore Grandpa?" I love this line with Homer. "Do I ever? It was 5 years later and I still think I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken, Marge."
Marge's like, "I know, Homer, I know."
And then we get Grandpa apparently is a very busy social man, and he's a member of many, many different organizations. Do you have that clip for us that we can...
Oh, sure. Let's see. I'm an elk, a mason, a communist. I'm the president of the Gay and Lesbian Alliance for some reason. Here it is. The Stonecutters.
I just love it for some reason.
For some reason. But he's cool with it. He's just like, I don't know.
I just wonder like what that meeting was like. It's like, I don't know. Let's just order for the old man, you know.
Well, you remember when he didn't have his pills and he
turned into a woman?
Like turned into a woman, you know.
Yeah.
Abe's been around, you know. He's no
and then I like how Homer is like, "I'll take that Stonecutter and this communist one too."
I love we cut to the very next scene at the lodge, and he's just
holding him right in front by the shoulders.
Grandpa right around the shoulders. He's just using him like a missile, just like, "Here I go, I'm in."
Yeah. "You gotta let me in. My dad's a member, yada yada yada." And then Lenny is like, okay, Homer, you're in. Just don't point that thing at me." And then Homer is discarded, and that's the last we see of him on the episode.
I love Homer's like, "Thanks, when I'm gonna be initiated?" And Carl's like, "As soon as number 1 gets here." And Homer's like, "Number 1? What kind of a stupid name is that? Hello, my name is Number 1." And
so forth. Yeah, it's about his desire to join the club. He sure like makes fun of it a lot, you know, because Mo is like, "Oh, you know, there's a prophecy of a chosen one." He's like, okay, I don't want your life story.
It's like the one rule. It's like respect. And he's like, stupid wiener.
And of course, as everybody knows, because they're super cool people who love The Simpsons, number 1 is played by the fabulous Patrick Stewart, and he does this role just chef's kiss, perfect, no notes.
Absolutely.
Homer has to go through various initiations that are fair. It's like a frat-based type of thing, you know, a lot of spanking, like a lot of pranks.
Yeah.
So the first one is pretending to going off a cliff, aka the leap of faith. So they have like a little sound stage. He's blindfolded. There's like a fan that's like blowing in the general direction, and they just kind of push him up.
Think he's on top of a building,
right? And they just push him off the stage. And then all of a sudden, the floor around him cracks, just like it did for the glass dome. And you hear him. He's supposed to like fall 5 stories. And you hear 5, 7, thunk, thunk.
Well, he's supposed to fall 2 feet. And he does.
Right.
actually fall the 5 stories.
And he's like, I think I gotta do it again. My blindfold came off.
And they're all just sitting there horrified that he fell all the way through the building.
But the rest of it is just him getting spanked by paddles.
And they just had the different names for it,
Right.
There's like, and this one is called Crossing the Desert, and this one is The Unblinking Eye, and it's just him going back and forth getting whacked with the paddles.
And Homer is kind of catching on, and then the whole the last trial that he has to go through is the paddling of the swollen ass with paddles.
It's
so Homer,
like the wreck of Hesperus.
So Homer now has to take the oath.
And by the sacred parchment, I swear that if I reveal the secrets of the Stonecutters, may my stomach become bloated and my head be plucked of all but 3 hairs.
I think you should have to take a different oath.
Everyone takes the same oath.
I love Mo. He's so funny. I
absolutely love that line. I think you should have to take a different oath.
Because Homer already has 2 hairs and he's already overweight, so it's kind of like, well, what's really going to happen to him?
and number 1 going, everybody takes the same oath.
Yeah. I also love how number 1 does a nice monologue that explains who the Stonecutters are.
Welcome to the club number 908. You have joined the sacred order of the Stonecutters, who since ancient times have split the rocks of ignorance that obscure the light of knowledge and truth. Now let's all get drunk and play ping pong.
And then immediately Mo goes, I mean, he's already kind of heavy,
I also like how Homer's number is 908. And, there's a ranking. So he's bottom bitch of this tier.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many people
100%.
above him.
Literally everybody.
So
is that how the Stonecutters, the Masons ranking works?
My knowledge of the Masons is very limited because I just don't care. I know a lot of the founding fathers
are Masons.
were Masons, and
way that works. Then please let us know.
Was your father a Mason? Huh?
Was
the
your
founding fathers?
Mason?
No. But I was going to say, I've known people who are a part of the organization, and there are many buildings in Los Angeles that are Mason buildings because you see their logo. I know what the logo looks like.
Were you at Chiat when we had the guy in IT?
That's what I'm thinking of. He would wear his kilt. He had the fucking metal thing on his belt.
He would ride.
Joffrey.
He would ride like a Segway around.
Yeah, it was weird.
And he had a flashing red light on his helmet that he wore.
Yeah, this guy was special.
Scooter,
these guys were people, special people there.
Hey, he was entirely himself.
That is true. All right, so now that he's a member, the perks start rolling in. The plumber is back, and Homer is just like, well, I love this back and forth. And he's like,
the plumber's like, well, I
didn't order the parts.
I've been around for it, and I'm not gonna.
Oh, really? Yes. Yeah. Really? Yes. Why? Well, what if I shook your hand in this guard?
Well, no, he goes, but what if I were to shake your hand thusly? And they do the whole and then they didn't do it because they just raised their shirts and they've got Stonecutter t-shirts on underneath. It's like,
and then he immediately fixes the leak with a wrench, and he picks up the cat and hands it to Homer.
There was a joke earlier on where he's like, Marge's just like, oh no, you can't fix it because it's been leaking for days and the cat's down there.
Right. Homer gets to avoid traffic now because there's a secret tunnel that basically is underneath the freeway overpass, and there's 2 rocks that split, and they have classical music playing, and there's fancy art.
Yeah, he's in this giant hole with chandeliers. There's very famous artwork, the Mona Lisa is in there, the fake ones in the Louvre.
Oh, and by the end of that shot, they definitely started recycling the background.
They actually made mention of that on the wiki, and they keep showing it again. Well, there's more than one Mona Lisa, Josh.
Right. Yeah, there's Mona, some other gal, Susan, and Mona Grace. Also, no parking spot upgrade. I guess they only have so many spaces, and especially if you're number 908. But as member 908, he gets cool rollerblades.
So he parks at the same, and Dad's like, Bart's like, same old space, huh, Dad? He's like, I got these, and he starts trying to roll.
And I still love how,
and
like,
he's
one of the
not doing
perks
well.
could have been a gate on the chain link fence, just so he has to open up the
Right, you
gate to
just
get to
walk
work.
through, yeah.
You know,
No,
but
no.
no. You get the
No,
secret
you
tunnel
gotta
for
come in
commuting.
through the gate every day, Josh.
And of course, he gets a fancy work chair that Lenny and Carl had in an earlier scene. It's a very nice, like, massage chair, basically.
So we see the chairs earlier in the episode when
Right.
Homer's stool breaks, and so Homer gets one, and he's like jealous, and Lenny's like, no, we've got the same chair," and Homer's like, "Oh yeah, you're jealous."
And then Lenny and Carl begin to explain more perks. Lenny goes, "You put this on your car so you won't get any tickets. This one keeps paramedics from stealing your wallet." And then I love Carl.
Don't bother calling 911 anymore. Here's the real number.
And it's 912. And as I just mentioned, the founding fathers were not only Masons, apparently, but also Stonecutters. And this is one of my favorite jokes. My period of history is the formation of America, like the colonial era to, like, after Jefferson, and then I get bored. And it's just amazing that basically,
so Homer's talking to Lisa.
They're correct.
And Lisa's like, I don't believe all the founding fathers were stonecutters. And Homer's that's because you trust your stupid school books. Here's what really happened.
And he has a book that says Stonecutters, like, historical moments or something like that. Like, there's a big old logo of the Stonecutters ring. Yeah. And so we get you said it was John Hancock.
Yeah,
you think
it's
is
John
the founding
Hancock.
father?
Yeah.
He's like, "And a nation is born. Now let us party like it was 1799. And then they all start chanting, "Quaff,
quaff,
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 quaff," instead of drink.
Right.
Drink, quaff, quaff, quaff. And they're like chugging out of like barrels. There's fires going on. They're like smashing and throwing shit out the windows.
Some guy comes up, "Please, you're destroying my establishment."
He's like, "We just created the greatest democracy on earth, you lowlife commoner. Get out." Which is just the irony of that.
What was the follow-up joke too? Like, what did he? He's like, "You want to know what really happened?"
He turns to Lisa and he's like, "You want to see how Davy Crockett really died at the Alamo? You must be 18." Which I love because he knows his daughter's not 18. Oh, it's Homer.
Man, so could you imagine if there was a Stonecutters Network Productions that focused on history? I know I could. The Fall of the Berlin Wall, brought to you by the Stonecutters Network.
The Berlin Wall fell on November 9th, 1989. This momentous event symbolized the fall of communism in Central and Eastern Europe, as well as the reunification of Germany the following year. What they didn't tell you in history class is the key role the Stonecutters played. Until now.
Mr. T, what was your contributions to the fall of the Berlin Wall?
That damn Reagan stole my line. I walked right into Bush's office. I said, "George, a pity the fool didn't take down that wall."
The message was delivered, but action still needed to follow. That night, many German citizens were gathering at the wall.
It was so strange. We was just chilling at the wall, listening to clockwork, and suddenly these men in red robes were all around us.
Yeah, they had like the hammers and they were singing a most catchy tune.
Before no time, we were bashing and smashing the wall into little bitty schnitzy grooving.
Once again, the Stonecutters played a critical role in historical events that shape the world we live in today. This has been a Stonecutters Network production. So now that Homer's social calendar is full, it's like, oh yeah, we have beer bus, beer blast, kegers, Steinhoist, AA meetings, beer night. It's wonderful, Marge. I've never felt so accepted in all my life. These people look deep within my soul and assign me a number based on the order in which I joined. And I just love like the AA meetings just thrown in there. The AA meetings thrown there, and all the beer drinking stuff was pretty funny, in my opinion.
It is, of course. I mean, it's it's important to.
I also
keep
makes me
yourself
wonder
on
if
the
there's like
level.
a Stonecutter brand beer, that exists in this world, like
Of
because I drink
course.
so much. Maybe Stone Beer does like a job for the Stonecutters,
Oh, there you go, Josh. I see what you did there.
All right, now we get one of the greatest songs in the history of the show.
So we
And
have the first big full scene at the lodge.
correct.
So
So everyone's at a giant table in a giant hall
across the entire
and
hall.
they're all swinging their beer steins, looking. If you've been to an Oktoberfest, you can imagine what the beer looks like. And we get a song. So I'm going to start us off here, and you poor bastards get to hear us sing. So I hope you enjoy. Who controls the British crown? Who keeps the metric system down? We do.
We do. Who leaves lettuce off the maps? Who keeps the Martians under wraps? We do.
We do. Who holds back the electric car? Who makes Steve Gutenberg a star? We do.
We do. Who robs crayfish of their sight? Who rigs every Oscar night? We do.
We do. So Robin and I, along with my godmother Grace, got to see Simpsons Take the Bowl, and they did this song, and it was performed by the Gay Men's Chorus of Los Angeles, and it was quite lovely. And they added one last chorus to it, and it goes, "Who gives their song an extra verse with no time to rehearse? We do, we do." Oh,
That's
man,
great.
it's so good. Every single person who I told what episode we were doing for the recording today, one of the first things they talk about is the song. This is
absolutely.
just a banger.
Oh no, it's famous.
So
and
good.
in this, they've got a Martian at the table.
Correct.
Like it's just a throw in.
And the guy from the egg console is also there. And Steve Gutenberg.
And Steve Gutenberg's there. It's great. It's
and actually,
fantastic.
Steve Gutenberg was actually did some good stuff during the LA fires. He made the news because he was moving cars out of the way for fire trucks to get through.
Ain't nobody mess with Steve Gutenberg, man. We got Police Academy. We got what's the one with Cocoon and Cocoon 2, both classic movies. Steve Gutenberg is he's a legend.
Well, for the next event that we see at the organization, they're celebrating the 1500th anniversary of the club, and to celebrate, they're having ribs. Homer, like a dummy, is afraid to make a mess, so he takes their sacred parchment to use as a bib. And I have a clip here for the first one because I just really wanted to get you all a sense of like what a faux pas this really is. So if you could play Parchment Bib 1 for us.
So let us rejoice and enjoy our meal in the shadow of the hallowed, sacred parchment.
Homer. Huh? Oh, yeah. Thanks, Lenny.
And of course, he's oblivious. He's so oblivious. And he continues.
He's literally got it tucked into his shirt.
Yeah.
And when Lenny goes, Homer, he's like, oh, sorry. Then he picks it up and he starts rubbing his mouth with it.
And then they continue to get more and more angry. And we'll hear some more of this in the second clip.
This is terrible. This is just appalling and outrageous.
Just appalling.
What, did I miss something?
He's cleaning out his ears with it, touching his ears. Carl's like, you really are stupid.
So there's no coming back from this, and he's going to get kicked out of the club. They burn his robes and underwear.
Josh.
And this is where we get the Ark of the Covenant, Indiana Jones reference that I mentioned in behind the wiki.
He's just in the other way, and I love that Patrick Stewart had to say, and the official Stonecutter underwear too. And then he drops it there.
He begs for forgiveness, and then he starts bashing the parchment some more because he's like pounding the wall, like, "Whoa, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
I've learned my lesson," as he's destroying it even further.
And then Patrick Stewart's line is great. He's like, Homer Simpson, for your continuing and baffling desecration of our beloved sacred parchment, you are hereby banished from the Stonecutters forever. And as a final humiliation, you must walk home naked, dragging behind you the stone of shame.
And they put like a metal collar around his neck with a big chain on it to his giant rock.
Yeah, it's a pretty big boulder.
It's pretty big. It's about half the size of a man, and he carries holding it in his arms.
Yeah, it's not something that's going to be easy to get home to.
He's definitely bent by it.
I wonder if they give him the stone of shame to encourage suicide off the Springfield Bridge as he's walking home.
Well, that's pretty dark there, Josh.
Well, it turns out we're not done yet because he's naked and he has a birthmark that looks like the Stonecutter logo.
Here he goes. He's the chosen one.
And then Homer is not picking up on the
it was
what
a
the crowd
prophecy
is right
on the parchment. Something we didn't mention earlier is they prophesized this.
Mo mentioned it to him earlier, and he's like, "I don't want your life story." So he's very dismissive of the chosen one part, which is hilarious to me. So because if he would have paid a little bit more attention, he knows like he actually might be, in some good graces finally.
Yeah, he could have gotten there a lot sooner.
Right. And so he was just like, no, that's just a birthmark. And so immediately, once he's being declared the chosen one, everybody gets to their knees and bows, which is hilarious. Like the entire room is just, and then number one comes up. You are the chosen one, whom the sacred parchment prophesies will lead us to glory. Now to the top of Mount Springfield for the coronation. Remove the stone of shame. Attach the stone of triumph.
Oh, triumph! It is giant. It's
classic cartoon
massive.
slapstick.
It's gonna be a ton.
The stone of triumph is like 4 or 5 times bigger than the stone of shame. And then they have a naked Homer Simpson because everybody runs out to Mount Springfield trying to drag it, and he's not really moving very far. It's a very funny.
You just sit there watching Homer's butt.
Yeah, but he's also like pulling it, and it's very much like Looney Tunes-esque the way he's trying to pull the
100%.
stone. It's so good. All right, so now we get the other movie parody from this episode with The Last Emperor. Homer has a much fancier hat now and fancier robes because he's the chosen one.
It's very much an introduction of the Emperor from The Last Emperor, as we talked about.
Correct.
And this is literally him being unveiled. And he's on a stage and they pull the curtain
and he's
back,
giggling. He's doing the classic Homer giggles too.
Down on their face.
Right.
And then he walks off. And they
stand up.
And then he runs back out. And they come down. And
goes, of course he says to himself, all right, Homer, don't abuse this. And then immediately begins to abuse it. Woo-hoo, ha-ha,
That's a cool scene in The Last Emperor too. It is a very cool scene from that movie, if nobody has seen it.
So at the house, he's getting his portrait drawn, and like it shows him on top of Mount Springfield in a very like elegant, like almost Greco-Roman goddess type of looking painting.
Those crowns that are like the ivy.
Oh, I don't think he has one of that, but his hair is flowing, all 2 strands of it. And then you see him, it pans out, and he's on the couch in his underwear with the robe open.
He's in the full regalia, except he's sitting there in just in his tidy whities.
Yep, with a beer on his giant gut.
Probably eating some chips. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure.
And then Homer goes, I always wondered if there was a god, and now I know. There is, and it's me.
Marge goes, you're not a god, Homer.
And then we get this great part with Lisa, man. Why don't you give us the Lisa line, too?
She's like, remember, Dad, all glory is fleeting. And he's like, so? She's like, beware the Ides of March.
No.
Which is from Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And Lisa's like, I know you're happy now, but it won't last forever. And he's like, everything lasts forever, Lisa.
And then Lisa is like, it's like, he says something like, dismiss the girl. And Lisa's like, look, none of your cronies are around here. Bart immediately steps in, removes the girl, and gives a little salute. I love the little salute.
He puts his hand around her mouth and just starts dragging her out.
Yeah, it's so good. I love the little Bart salute is great.
We love, Bart has a small but just fantastic bits in this.
So then we get a series of bits about Homer like winning all the time as the chosen one. So he goes bowling. He always gets a strike, even if Wiggum needs to shoot the pin.
Right. And he's a good bowler, but he was, he only got 11 down. So
another strike for the chosen one. Yay!
And they're playing pool. and he does a shot, and they all just like everything goes into the one corner pocket, and it's because they've got like a
A
car
jack. They
car
got a
jack
jack. They're
underneath one
jacking up the
side, which goes
table.
in. And everybody's just like, "Oh, that was an excellent break. Oh, most assuredly, absolutely, it was."
And it gets even more egregious with poker because everyone's showing the hands, and he's kind of like, I don't know, I fold. And he's like, no, Homer, you got the royal sampler. And
It's Carl.
whenever I'm
You
in
got a
Vegas,
royal sampler.
where
I
I'm
just love
playing
it.
Texas Hold'em with my buddies, and I got like nothing, I'm like, guys, the royal sampler. And then
I gotta use that. I'm gonna have to bring that to the group.
yeah, it only works like once, maybe. Then everyone just gets tired of it.
This is with most of the things that we probably do to other people, Josh.
And
With me and you, though, buddy, like we
right.
get it. We find it funny every time.
Homer starts to kind of figure out like something's up, and he's like, "Hey guys, like I'm not perfect, right?" And then everyone kind of does these awkward and is it panning
Well,
around
it's a
the table?
conundrum because he says, "From now on, I want you to be honest with me.
Right.
I'm not perfect, right?" And so they can't answer without denigrating him.
Run.
And they literally all just run out of the room, you know.
So we go to the school, and Skinner comes into Lisa's class. The grand exalted leader requests a moment of your time. Class dismissed. Everyone's like, yay! And then this small joke, such a small joke, but I just love Miss Hoover's sarcastic, yay.
And the whole time, Skinner is groveling on the ground.
Well, as soon as Homer shows up in the doorway, he hits the ground.
Drops.
And then he backs out, never leaving the bowed position.
Exactly.
And then, basically everything Lisa said is coming to pass. And Homer, was trying to figure out like what to do next and get her advice from it. And I love the whole like, what do you mean I'm isolated?
And she's saying power has isolated you, which is a very common concept. And she says, well, maybe you could reach out to the community and help other people.
I got it. I'll get a bunch of monkeys, dress them up, and make them reenact the Civil War.
Yeah, that doesn't help people.
Couldn't hurt unless the monkeys started hurting people, which they most certainly would. Oh.
Homer has great ideas, Josh.
I mean, I would love to see someone make a monkey Civil War documentary. That's like just waiting to happen, right? I mean, Ken Burns, get on this shit. Okay. The Monkey Civil War, brought to you by the Stonecutters Network. The first 3 days of July were a bloody affair in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Over 50,000 men would give their lives in the most deadly and decisive battle of the Civil War. Months later, President Abraham Lincoln would give that Gettysburg Address. The famous words still ring true to this day.
Over time, the Gettysburg Address would be considered one of the greatest statements ever delivered on the American national purpose, memorialized for future generations with the opening of the Lincoln Memorial in 1922, where the speech is etched in marble. President Warren G. Harding had this to say at the dedication on May 30th of that year. Truly a remarkable statement from a forgettable president. Mr. Harding rode the coattails of the most memorable speech from Lincoln as he dropped inevitably into obscurity.
This has been a Stonecutter Network production. All right, so at the next meeting, Homer is basically saying, "Hey guys, we're gonna do something different besides get drunk and play ping pong and eat ribs."
And they're like, "What the fuck?"
No one likes this direction whatsoever. And Mo has this random line: "He's gone bad with power, like that Albert Schweitzer guy."
Albert Schweitzer.
You know who Albert Schweitzer is?
Albert Schweitzer, wasn't he the architect of the Gulf War?
Nope. I'm gonna look it up real quick because it's so funny. He's like, it's such a random ass reference that I don't think anybody would really know.
No, I know the name, and I couldn't. I'm glad you're looking it up because I couldn't remember who it was.
He was a theologian, organist, musicologist, writer, humanitarian, philosopher, and physician. As a Lutheran minister, he challenged both the secular view of historical Jesus as depicted by the historical critic method current at time. So it's just like this random ass history reference that I swear, like someone like Conan or John or one of the other history buffs on the Simpsons cast was like, well, let's just throw in Albert Schweitzer. All right. So what we get next is a series of vignettes of basically the Stonecutters being forced to do good. The first thing they do is open a daycare.
School center. Yeah.
So we get Mo who goes down a curly slide with a kid and then he gets stuck. And of course, we get the classic moment. He's like, "Oh God, it's so painful. Someone get the jaws of life."
You see like Barney walking through and he's like covered in kids. Like,
yeah, they're just.
Well, it was an interesting note in the wiki that that's the only time he appears, and they said it's not clear if he's actually a member of the Stonecutters.
Oh, he's a member of the Stonecutters. I'm assuming just about everybody is.
You're a member.
You got it. We also get Mr. Burns getting his ass kicked by a kid on the swing because he's like, higher. I'll give you higher, you filthy little urchin.
Great sight gag of him pushing, and he falls to his knees, and the kid comes back and just whaps him in the head, and then he gets up again, and he's like, "I'll get you again," and he whacks him in the front again.
That'd be so painful for that old man.
Great. It's very traumatic looking.
Then we get them painting a building a beautiful sky blue as the lovely lady who comes out of the building thanking the Stonecutters for
beautiful sky blue.
And then a helicopter crashes right into the building.
Right into the building.
And that's our second helicopter crash for the episode, ladies and gents.
Oh, it's too soon, Josh. Too
soon. At the house,
I
love this. They're all in like the family meeting room with the fireplace, right? And like everyone's just in awe of Homer and his new spiritual awakening from doing good for the community.
What I love is that Homer's just like truly at peace, you know?
Yeah.
And like it's conveyed. And he says, "You were right, Lisa. I have never felt so spiritually fulfilled. And with my brothers at the Stonecutters behind me, this is the beginning of a better world for all of us."
And just a little animation comment. I love how both the cat and the dog are with the family as well. And their tails are wagging in this like very, fluid, serene, synergy. Like, divine almost energy.
Absolutely.
And of course, like we get back to the club.
A hard cut.
Everyone's pissed off at him.
So this is the way it goes. With my brothers, the Stonecutters behind me, this is the beginning of a better world for all of us. Immediate cut to Mo. "We gotta kill him!"
And then they're like, "We should check out the World Council and see what they have to say." And it's Orville Redenbacher, Jack Nicholson, and Mr. T and George H.W. Bush. And the first three are always like,
"Kill him!
Kill him! Kill him! I say we kill him!" And it's like, afraid I'm going to have to disagree with Orville, Jack, and Mr. Can't we just do something to his voice box?
I love that. We don't have to kill him. Can't we just like destroy his neck?
So Mo comes up with this brilliant plan, basically like, well, like, what if we don't want to be Stonecutters no more?
Well, because number one's like, we might as well face the truth. As long as we're Stonecutters, he will control our lives. And that's why Mo's like, well, so maybe we don't want to be Stonecutters no more.
And then we get another hard cut, and it shows a Baskin-Robbins 31 flavors sign being replaced with abandoned store. Cut to the inside, and we get a number one gently tapping a hammer on the glass tops of the ice cream, and we get a new explanation of the club. If you could play that clip for us, sir.
Stonecutter Hall.
Silence! I now call to order the first meeting of the Ancient Mystic Society of No Homers.
Hey, fellas, can I join?
Sorry? No homers.
So of course we can't figure it out from the audio clue alone. That's the other Homer from earlier. It's just so funny.
Spuckler.
How else are you going to end this episode? You just make them form a new club.
The funny thing is, that scene is just so random. The 31 flavors.
Yeah, I don't know why they picked
Robbins.
31 flavors.
It's just because everybody loves Baskin Robbins. That's why they took that one over there. Like, we want ice cream. But it's the tapping of the mallet on the glass.
So gentle.
It's troubling. It's troubling. like you can't pound that gavel. You're gonna break that glass right into my ice cream.
And ruin all that ice cream. I also like how that Wikipedia editor that we love so much was like, oh, it doesn't clear if Barney's a member or not. You literally hear Barney at the beginning of the clip, like, oh, it's no Stonecutter, huh?
Listen, he's an expert on something.
Yeah.
So now we get another,
Back to the old Stonecutter Hall itself, though. Turns out that Homer hasn't given up on his dream of reenacting the Civil War with monkeys.
That's absolutely right. He's sitting there, and you see him like first at the podium. He's like, "Loyal Stonecutters, let us begin our reenactment." And it pulls back, and there's just monkeys just like sitting, picking lice, throwing feces.
And then Marge and the kids come in, and she's basically like, "You can't keep hanging out with these monkeys, or else they're going to get parasites or something like that." And she tries to
club.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Look, you're part of a very special club, and like only Club Simpson or something of that nature, right?"
She goes, "You're a member of a very exclusive club," and he goes, "The Black Panthers." She says, "No, the family Simpson, which just has 5 members, and only 2 of those members have special rings."
And then Bart and Lisa chime up, "Yeah!"
And they've got those whistle rings they used
yes,
to have.
I had them back in the day. Like you would get them like as a prize at like Chuck E. Cheese.
The like how excited they are to be in their little club with their rings is just a massively fun part of this episode.
And then Marge interjects with like "No, I meant our wedding rings," and then you hear the little. So then we were back at the house, and Homer is getting spanked with a paddle by Bart, and we're like, "This club better be worth it." And you hear Marge interject,
on.
and Marge is like, "All right, it's Lisa's turn."
And the episode ends with Lisa like gearing up with the paddle, and Homer's bent over, and you're like looking over Homer's back,
right?
As the kids are wailing on his huge ass. It is
so good.
Really with Lisa poised to swing is one of my favorite endings to an episode of all time.
Well, and it's such a great misdirection because like Marge, you think is going to be the loving parent, and the husband, like is getting beat by one of the kids. No. Also, like Lisa will be there, but I'm worried about Maggie. Maggie's going to tear that ass up.
Oh yeah, listen, she doesn't mess around. We know about Maggie. Maggie gets the job done.
And then after the credits roll for a bit and they're done with the spanking sounds, they go back to the Stonecutter song for one more play.
Yeah, nice. Which is, it's a great ending to the whole thing.
Robin, do you hear that sound?
What's that, Josh?
Well, you know what time it is. It's the Krusty Brain Seal of Approval!
Captain Wacky!
Go away, Captain Wacky. We don't have any time for your nonsense. All right, I'll go first because I picked the episode. They're going to keep this one short and sweet, folks. Homer the Great is one of my favorite episodes, easily top 5. The journey, learning about the Stonecutters, to Homer joining, being kicked out, annoyed at the chosen one, and then abandoned again is fantastic. The jokes are a great range of slapstick to seriously smart, and still makes me laugh out loud. Like not only just with us talking about it, man, like watching the episode, it's like it just gets me every time. So after seeing this episode dozens of times, I wouldn't be surprised if I've hit 100 at this point. It's an easy 5 out of 5.
Excellent.
What is your review and score?
It's a masterpiece, Josh. I was cackling at every scene as I was highlighting my notes. I get the script, I kind of go through and I pull out the passages, and usually I'll skip several scenes in a row, find like the really good bits, and every scene is just packed full and so the thing I do to make them stand out is like highlight the lines, and that doesn't work when you're highlighting all
everything.
of the lines. But Homer being Homer in this episode with him like walking up to the bouncer, and he's like, "I bet you guys are jealous." They're like, "We have the same chair," and using the parchment as a bib, and they're like, "Homer, no!" And he's like, "What? Is it on my face?" And sitting in his robe with no pants on the couch, and clearing out the school so we can talk to Lisa. We get the butt shots. Lenny and Carl in this are the most fantastic. And the song, of course, who made Steve Guttenberg a star. We got the alien, got Mr. T, Orville Redenbacher. It's too good. Even at the end of the song, at the end, you get Carl going, "Shut up," over like the dun, 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 dun. So I mean, it's a masterpiece. It's a 5+.
Excellent.
Yay! Starting it out with a solid 5 for 2026. Yeah.
Wiki.
Well, that's a wrap for Sacrilicious with Robin and Snerts. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please do all the cliche things, the liking, the following, the commenting, or just tell a friend. We are currently on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. My shout-outs for the episode, podcast recommendation, Simpsons Declassified with Nancy Cartwright. If you like hearing about my nonsense about going to the Hollywood Takes the Bowl, listen to it when she has Weird Al Yankovic as a guest, and they talk about their experience performing for that lovely, lovely event. My video game recommendation is Stray. It's a very quick game. It could probably be in a couple hours, maybe 3 or 4. It's called, or maybe closer to 6. It's a fun, chill platformer game where you play as a cat in a post-dystopian future where robots have taken over and the humans have mysteriously died. Will you solve the mysteries? Will you just want rubs on your tum-tum? Find out by playing Stray. And as I said earlier, both my sisters are turning a year older, so happy birthday to Tessa and Sam. And finally, we have Dr. Moxford, the raddest fan of them all.
Doctor.
Do you want to hear more from your old pal Snerts? That's nice. You're nice. Then check out the PlayStation Experience in the PSVG on your podcast platform of choice. I can also be found on most of the things at Lord_Snerts. Robin, outros, plugs. What you got?
Here is to 2026. Let's do something special with it. It looks like we're 11 days in. We may have to do some literal fighting to combat violence and other things, but you know what? Let's get after it. Let's do something special this year. I want to give a shout out to a Instagram channel that I follow called Criminal Simpsons, and they'll do little clips from certain episodes.
Very much aware. They're great.
Some clips that will kind of like help you remember an episode. They do some great stuff in there too. So appreciate them. Happy New Year, everybody. Let's get it done here in 2026.
Nice. Our goal is to release the next episode on February 1st. It's amazing that January is already done with our production schedule.
I know.
I was like, oh yeah, it actually kind of makes sense. All right. Well, anyway, Robin picked Gone, Maggie, Gone from season 20.
Mm-hmm.
So alrighty, kids, it's time to wrap this up. Robin, hit me with that sweet, sweet quote.
I'm sorry, Homer. Kids could be so cruel. We can? Thanks, Mom.
So until next time, folks, smell you later, true believer.
It says no homers.
Sorry? No homers.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.